viewers, this is a story about an inquisitive child, Rohan, aspiring to enhance knowledge on reproduction in plants. The story involves Malikaka, the gardener, Rohan's mother, Rohan's friend Anuj, Rohan's science teacher, and his principal. Here the journey begins.
One Sunday morning, Rohan notices the gardener working in the garden.
Wow! My beautiful garden with lovely flowers. Let me ask Malikaka how these flowers bloom.
The gardener is planting rose cuttings and pieces of potato.
Malikaka, what are you doing with these rose cuttings?
Rohan, this rose cutting is a vegetative bird and will reproduce easily.
Rohan picks up a potato and examines.
Malikaka, will this potato piece also form a new potato plant?
Yes, Rohan. This potato piece has stars on it. It is a stem tuber and will grow vegetatively when sown in the soil.
Malikaka, are these the potatoes we eat?
Yes, Rohan. These potatoes will reproduce early with just one parent plant. The roots of plants can also give rise to new plants. For example, sweet potato and dahlia.
The gardener is tying two stems together.
Malikaka, why are you tying these two stems together?
Rohan, grafting is a method in which the stem taken from one plant is tied with the stem which is having extensive root system of another plant of the same species. This is how we get different varieties of fruits and flowers. For example, mango and rose.
The gardener is bending the branch of a plant in the ground.
Malikaka, why are you bending the branch of this plant in the ground?
Rohan, this method is called layering, in which roots develop from the covered part, which I have bent towards the ground. Jasmine and bougainvillea are grown by this method.
Rohan is so fascinated by the red roses and wants to pluck some.
Stop! Don't pluck flowers.
But I like these pretty red roses, Malikaka.
I know, dear, but they are colorful to attract insects, not you. Insects suck nectar from flowers and help in completing the reproduction cycle of the plant.
After some time in the kitchen, Rohan looks at the spoiled bread and observes it closely.
Don't touch it, Rohan. It has fungus grown on it. This has to be thrown away.
Okay, Mama.
Mother is mixing yeast in a glass of water.
What are you doing, Mama? And what does this packet contain?
I'm mixing yeast in water to make idlis, my son.
Mama, what is yeast?
It is a fungus.
Yuck! Mom, you threw away the bread which had fungus grown on it, and now you will make idlis from fungus.
Rohan, fungus on bread has grown because of exposure to moisture and air, while yeast is grown under controlled conditions.
In the evening, Rohan calls his science teacher.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I'm Rohan of class 7F.
Hello Rohan, how are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Ma'am, I have some queries regarding plants. When can I come to you?
Rohan, you can come tomorrow during home period in the bio lab.
Thank you, ma'am. I will surely come tomorrow.
Okay, Rohan.
Monday morning, while going to school, Rohan looks at a pond and wonders.
Earlier, the pond water seemed greenish, but now some green thread-like structures have grown in the pond.
Rohan reaches school and after giving attendance goes to the biology lab.
Ma'am, can a new potato plant grow from scars present on it?
Yes, Rohan. Potatoes have scars on them, which are also known as eyes. Ginger and turmeric also grow in the same way. Look here. This is a bryophyllum leaf. It has buds on its margin, which will grow to form new plants. This is an example of vegetative propagation by leaves.
Ma'am, what is fungus? Can we eat it?
Rohan, fungus is a type of microorganism. It grows from spores on bread. It is a pathogenic organism which can't be eaten. Look here. This is a diagram of fungus. It consists of hypha and sporangium. Sporangium consists of tiny spherical bodies called spores.
Ma'am, from where do the spores come on bread?
Rohan, spores are asexual reproductive bodies which are present in the air. They grow in the presence of moisture and warmth. Now look here. It is yeast. It is an edible fungus. It grows by the method of budding. In this method, a bud develops and then detaches itself to form new yeast cell.
Ma'am, on the way to school, I noticed a pond with green thread-like structure grown on water, which is increasing. How is it possible?
Yes, Rohan, that is Spirogyra, an algae. It divides into fragments and each fragment forms new algae by the process of regeneration. This method is called fragmentation. You know, Rohan, eyes on potato, buds on yeast and bryophyllum have meristematic tissues which have undifferentiated cells capable of cell division. These cells can develop into other tissues and organs of a plant.
Next day, during fruit break.
Anuj, look, there are so many seeds in the guava.
But my mango has only one seed.
I can't understand this difference. Let's ask the science teacher.
Okay, let's ask the teacher.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, Rohan, ask.
Guava has so many seeds, but a mango has only one seed. Why is it so?
Rohan, this is because guava has many ovules, but mango has only one.
Ma'am, what are ovules?
Ovules are present inside the ovary of the female part of a flower.
What? Do flowers also have male and female part?
Yes, Rohan, flowers have male and female parts. Female part is known as pistil and male part is known as stamen. The flowers which contain either only the pistil or only the stamen are called unisexual flowers, for example, corn and papaya, whereas the flowers which contain both stamen and pistil are called bisexual flowers, for example, rose and mustard.
Ma'am, what is the role of these male-female parts in the flower?
My dear, these parts are very important for reproduction in plants. Look here. This is the male part of flower, which is called stamen. It consists of anther and a thin filament. Anther consists of many pollen grains. They help in seed formation inside the female part of a flower. Now look here, Rohan. This is a female part of a flower, which is called pistil. It consists of stigma, style and ovary. Ovary contain one or many ovules. An egg cell is present inside each ovule.
Ma'am, this means guava has many ovules and mango has only one ovule.
Next day, again in the bio lab.
Good morning, ma'am. If you are free, may I ask some questions?
Yes, my dear. Why not?
Ma'am, do insects suck nectar from the flowers?
Yes, insects suck nectar from flowers. And you know, when they sit on flowers to suck nectar, pollen grains stick to their body parts. And when they sit on another flower, the pollen grains get transferred to the female part of that flower. And you know, Rohan, this process of transferring pollen grains from male part of one flower to female part of another flower is called pollination. And pollination is of two types, self-pollination and cross-pollination. If pollen grains land on the stigma of the same flower, then it is called self-pollination. And if pollen grains land on the stigma of another flower, then it is called cross-pollination.
Ma'am, what happens when pollen grain is transferred to the stigma of a female flower?
Rohan, to understand the process, have a look on this diagram. Here you can see a germinating pollen grain. That means after landing on the stigma, pollen grain starts forming pollen tube. This pollen tube contains male gamete and transfers it to the ovule. Inside the ovule, male gamete fuses with the female gamete, which is called egg cell, and forms zygote. This process is known as fertilization, and later this zygote develops into an embryo.
Ma'am, what do we call the part outside the mango seed which we eat?
My dear, that outer part is called ovary. After fertilization, ovary gets converted into fruit which you eat, and ovules form seeds. A seed has embryo which grows into a new plant.
Ma'am, why are dry fruits called so?
Good question, Rohan. They are called so because dry fruits are dried naturally to remove the water content, so as to retain them for a longer time, because they are not available throughout the year.
Ma'am, if I sow seeds in my garden, will they grow into new plants?
Yes, Rohan, why not? But so, each seed at a distance, otherwise they will not grow properly.
But why, ma'am?
It is because plants grown at the same place compete for water, sunlight and nutrients. So, sow them at a distance.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Rohan waits desperately for Malikaka at home.
Malikaka, please sow these seeds in soil.
Okay, Rohan.
Rohan notices a plant growing on the wall.
Malikaka, look, can plants grow like this?
Yes, they grow wherever they get favorable conditions.
Malikaka, how do seeds reach distant places?
Rohan, seeds are dispersed by different agents of dispersal, like maple by wind, coconut by water, xanthium by animals, and pea seed by explosion.
Thank you, Malikaka, for the amazing information.
Rohan is standing near a window and wondering. He is so mesmerized with the natural world of plants. He is beaming with ideas.
I must ask my science teacher if we can practice these amazing gardening techniques in school. I think it's a good idea if we can have a gardening club in the school. Many students can be a part of it. I am sure she is going to support my idea.
In the evening, Rohan calls his science teacher.
Hello. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, my child.
Ma'am, I have a great idea. Can I come to school tomorrow to discuss the idea with you?
No, dear, as it is a holiday for students and we have a meeting with principal sir. So, you can come at 12 noon. By then I will be free.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next day in school.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Rohan.
Ma'am, I have a great idea.
Rohan, you seem to be very excited. Tell me, what's your idea?
Ma'am, we can have a gardening club in the school and students who are interested can be a part of it. We have so much of vacant land behind the building. Ma'am, if you will support my idea, Principal Sir will surely agree to it.
Very good, Rohan. That's really a great idea. Let me see if Principal Sir is there, so that we can go and discuss with him.
In the principal's office.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My student Rohan wants to discuss something with you.
Yeah, sure.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Rohan.
Sir, I have an idea of having a gardening club in our school where gardening techniques can be practiced.
Yes, sir. These children are very innovative, and I think we should give them a chance to bring out their creativity. Moreover, it is going to be an experiential learning project.
And sir, we can donate whatever we grow in the nearby old age home.
That's a good suggestion, Rohan. Let me discuss and plan with your teacher.
The school introduces the gardening club after a few weeks of planning and preparation. The students start learning and practicing the various methods of vegetative reproduction. They cultivate potato, ginger, onion, etc. The gardening club members work with great enthusiasm. The students donate the produce in the nearby old age home. Not only this, the blooming, vibrant flowers are utilized by the home sciences students to prepare bouquets for several school events. This is how Gardening Club, with its various utilities, proves to be an exemplar of experiential learning. Thank you.